So I made a list of all the girls that I ever hooked up with, and I could only pick one that made a significant impact on my life. And all the other names I just didn't care about. And I know they don't care about me, because let's be honest, my stroke game was probably not on point for some of those girls, and I can admit that. But as I was looking at this list, a lot of those names were just glimpses of momentary pleasure. And when I finished making this list, I just asked myself, what was the point? I didn't have a bond with these girls, and they didn't impact my life in any positive way. I literally stripped these girls down to their vaginas in my mind, and they stripped me down to my little soldier. Pretty much at that point, it's just two meat suits going at it. And that right there is the lowest form of sex. I am a firm believer that sex is a tool, and there are different forms of sex based on the connection you have with the person. Do you ever wonder why sex between two people that have a connection is called making love? They are so taken by each other on a physical, mental, and spiritual level that they are able to experience one of the highest levels of energy on this planet: love. I was born a hopeless romantic until I went to college and developed the mindset of knocking one down and adding it to the list. This mentality made me lack intimacy, or rather I wouldn't allow myself to be intimate with a girl because I saw it as a weakness. And to be honest, I didn't really care about these girls that much. And now I just sit here and think about how these girls let me enter them, like enter their temple, just based on the fact that they find me attractive. And it wasn't based on how much I cared about them.
What's your type?
You.
I'm your type?
Yeah. Oh, y'all. Not white boys, I swear to God.
I think we gotta...
And then I just said, let's go home in the channel. We say we only...
See? It's that easy. I bet he doesn't even know her name. Like, if I was a girl, I would be stingy with a pussy. You know what I'm saying?
You are not hitting shit until I'm in a relationship.
That's how I would move if I was a girl. And if I ever have a daughter, she better move that way too. If my daughter ever turns out to be a hoe, I might die of a heart attack.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
And this is what hookup culture has done to girls in college. It's made them adopt this mentality that it's okay to have a guy enter you just because he's attractive. But if you think about it, a devil can be attractive. You never know what sort of energy or intention someone has when you let them inside you that easily. You'll hook up with these people and feel a form of regret that engulfs your whole body. And that is your soul telling you that that person wasn't the right fit, messed up your energy, messed up the flow. The sexual liberation movement made girls think they can sport just as much as guys. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to a woman's take on the sexual liberation movement.
I think that women believe that being a sex object is empowering because it makes them feel as though they are wanted and desired. But the idea that our bodies are our value means that we are forever dependent upon men to validate us. We're dependent upon an outside source to say that we are important, to say that we are valuable. So I think women engage in hookup culture because it fits right into this. What's the ultimate way to get validation? It's to be wanted sexually. If someone values you and wants to have sex with you, then for that brief moment in time, we feel validated. We feel like we matter. We feel like we have worth.
But that's where they have it wrong. Biology tells us otherwise. Let me go ahead and break it down for y'all. What is the main point of sex? Reproduction, right? We are the only species that really have sex for pleasure. A lot of animals, they have a mating season where they get together and just mate and have a kid. I know some dolphins are known for having sex for pleasure. Horny ass bastards, man. But the main point of sex is to procreate. A woman can only get pregnant once a year. It takes 9 months to conceive a child, while a man can impregnate multiple women per year. So we are built differently. It's more understandable that a man can sport. And now with condoms, birth control, Plan B, women can have sex without the fear of getting pregnant. But the biology still doesn't change. And girls are starting to realize that hookup culture is not within their benefit, which is why we're getting more and more videos like these.
We're never gonna fuck men ever again.
Tell ourselves, no, we can do friends with benefits, he can do whatever he wants. But I see this all the time with girls. They'll go out, let's say they see the guy that they're having a friends with benefits situation with, but then he's talking to a really hot girl, or he's just around and he's not messaging her that night, and then she starts to get in her feels, in her emotion, she's crying about it, she's feeling depressed the next day when she doesn't wake up in his bed because he didn't message her, she's feeling sad about it. Like, if that's what's happening, then hookup culture isn't working for you.
The problem is that guys tend to lead girls on because they want to keep getting what they want, which is a hookup. And then girls are painted out to be clingy or obsessive or psycho because they catch feelings. But realistically, it should be understandable to catch feelings when you're doing something so intimate.
Hookup culture is officially dead. The culture that you've gotten to exist in, where you get to hang out with women casually, first of all, women are fucking terrified and stressed. Do you think they're going on dates? Hanging out with people that can get you pregnant is now a risky thing. Like, it's not fun anymore.
Men have it a lot easier when it comes to separating sex from feelings. And this is purely based off biology. I'm gonna let my girl Patience, Zena, explain this for y'all because she has a pretty good take.
The reality is we are biologically different. The reason why women tend to develop feelings first during these friends with benefit situations is because when women sleep with men, we release a hormone called oxytocin. And this oxytocin is known as a bonding hormone. It causes us to form attachments and bonds with the person that we're sleeping with. And so if you have a friends with benefits situation with a guy, you're releasing this hormone when you sleep together, and so you are developing an attachment to them. And that's the reason why women typically tend to be the ones who develop feelings first during these situationships.
So in a way, the hookup culture actually benefits men. But listen, top men that can actually get girls.
I'm top G.
So a small percentage of men, like the top 10% of men. It doesn't really benefit most men because they can't get bitches anyways. And I would know because I get no bitches. Since girls are having sex based on attractiveness and they are more lenient with who enters their body.
What is the craziest thing you've done? Wait, hold on, what?
Yeah, that's fair. I don't really remember that one though.
Two black guys?
I wish. It probably would have been better, honestly.
Me and my homies, we right here.
I'm married
There's 3
now.
black guys. You gotta get a hall pass.
Maybe.
Bro, she needs to take her ass back home to her husband. What the hell is she doing, bro? The top percent of guys are just running through these girls, man. And the men have no issues with that because it is a part of our design. But one downside of men doing this, of running through girls, is that they miss out on intimacy and the higher levels of sex that come with that level of intimacy. As human beings, we do crave connections. Sex is one of the main things that connect a man and a woman. But thanks to hookup culture and sexual liberation, sex has been reduced to hit it and quit it, pump and dump, his friend hit it better, or his dick too small. But sex used in the right way can bring about great change within yourself and your partner. It can literally give you access to experiences you didn't think was possible on this planet. But nowadays, sex is pretty much used as a drug or a coping mechanism. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, man. The world is a very sexualized place now. It's purely physical. We forgot the whole spiritual side of sex. We are now controlled by our urges and not the other way around. And this is another form of control. When you aren't disciplined and you cannot control your urges, you are a slave to those urges, which means you are a weak person. And weak people cannot protect. But we never really question these urges and acting upon these urges because it feels good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Being some vaginas, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of pleasure until you bust a nut and realize why the hell did I even hook up with this girl? It's almost like you're in a trance and then you get the post-nut clarity, which breaks you out of the trance, brings you back to reality. I'm like, what the hell just happened? I was just taken over. You have no control. Pretty much like a zombie. An over-sexualized world is a world where we have no control. I think we should be more aware and be careful of who we share these experiences with. Having sex with the wrong woman can end a man's life just like that. And having sex with the wrong man can make a woman feel used and empty. I just want people to go for more fulfilling experiences while they are on this planet, instead of momentary pleasures. These quick pleasures only mask what we need to work on within ourselves to overall better humanity, to better society. Because we all have these issues, but we just mask them with sex, food, all these different type of dopamine rushes to cover up what we got going on. So working on more fulfilling experiences will overall make us better people and better society. The world will just be a better place. And thanks for coming to my TED Talk. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a comment below, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see y'all in the next one.